The ghost in the machine. The artificial intelligence, it seems, just exploded into our lives, demanding we choose. Is it the savior or the end of the world? Here is the first great myth you must reject. AI is not new. The intellectual roots of AI stretch back to the early 1900s. The foundational breakthroughs of modern machine learning were established over 70 years ago in the 1950s. What you are witnessing is a scientific culmination finally hitting critical mass. And because the history is ignored, AI remains a terrifying black box to too many people. Here's a fact that should wake you up. We thought creativity was uniquely human. Wrong. In 2018, an artwork created by an AI system called a GN sold for a staggering $432,500. This demands a total reassessment of human value. We need to skip the noise, the extreme utopian hype, and the Hollywood-esque panic. We are diving deep into the immediate promise, the demonstrable peril, and the practical skills the next generation must master. Part 1. Decoding the architecture of tomorrow, explaining the how through nature. To conquer AI, you have to understand its mechanisms. The neural networks powering this revolution are complex, but they are rooted in elegant biological design. Think of it this way. Neural networks have structures that specialize, just like distinct regions in the human brain. Researchers even see patterns they call tissues in the code, analogous to biological tissues. But the coolest fact is polysemanticity. When a single artificial neuron performs multiple, unrelated tasks, this mirrors a biological principle called pleiotropy, where a single gene has multiple, different effects. It proves efficiency and complexity are hallmarks of intelligence, whether it's flesh or silicon. The exponential leap and co-intelligence. AI is fundamentally shortening the timeline of human scientific advancement, and the evidence is saving lives. Drug discovery used to be a long, failure-prone nightmare. Now, generative modeling is accelerating the identification of new drug candidates. AI predicts factors like long-term drug stability exponentially faster than humans can. But the key word is co-intelligence. This is not about replacement. In clinical settings, the combination of algorithmic risk assessment and a human physician's judgment is superior to either one alone. Why? Algorithms spot the high-risk patterns. Doctors spot the medium-risk patients who might be hiding a serious issue based on subtle, human-observable information. It's a perfect, life-saving partnership. AI, the essential climate engineer. Yes, AI data centers consume energy. It is a valid concern. But focusing on that masks a critical truth. AI is an essential climate solution. Our power grids are getting dangerously complex with wind and solar integration. AI algorithms are necessary to control these real-time operations, boost efficiency, and ensure renewables integrate without system failure. Generative AI provides proactive decision support and predictive online control to revolutionize grid efficiency and resilience. AI is not just managing power, it's finding new power. It helps researchers discover and design novel materials for next-generation energy storage and nuclear reactors, speeding up the transition to a 100% clean electricity system. Part 2. The Human Stain. Algorithmic bias, the mirror of prejudice. Real-world injustice. If AI is a mirror, it reflects the best and, more dangerously, the worst of us. The system is only as pure as the data you feed it. Trained on injustice, the algorithm perpetuates inequality. We see this nightmare in the justice system. The widely used Compass algorithm was found to misclassify black defendants as being a higher risk of violent recidivism at double the rate of white defendants with the same risk factors. This is algorithmic bias in action. It's a crisis caused by training systems on historical data that reflects systemic policing inequalities. It's not a code error, it's an ethical failure. The push for ethical governance. The solution is not technological, it is governance. The UNESCO recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence provides a global framework, translating values into mandatory policy across data governance, health, and education. To counter bias, we need fairness by design. This means embedding fairness from the very start, using algorithmic adjustments like incorporating explicit fairness constraints or using synthetic data to augment bias training sets. The fix requires relentless human oversight, mandatory auditing, transparency measures, and clear policies to guarantee non-discrimination. Part 3. The shifting sands of labor. The nuance of automation. Tasks, not jobs. The fear is that AI is coming for your job. The reality is more nuanced. AI's impact is primarily on specific tasks within roles, not on the wholesale elimination of entire occupations. When AI automates repetitive work, the human worker is freed to focus on high-level strategy, critical thinking, and new ideas, tasks AI struggles with. This is task augmentation. Companies that adopt AI grow faster. High-wage roles exposed to AI actually saw their employment share grow by about 3% over 5 years, fueled by this increased firm productivity. The silent realignment and public anxiety. But anxiety is skyrocketing, and here's why. The silent realignment. Algorithms drafting routine code, automated systems, compiling compliance documents. This subtle automation is escaping public attention. The economic value is huge. The Iceberg Index study found that existing AI systems have the technical capacity to take over 11.7% of the U.S. workforce, amounting to nearly $1.2 trillion in annual wages. This creates a massive gap. While 73% of experts are positive about AI's impact on work, only 23% of the public agrees. The public is twice as anxious about job loss as the experts. The risk is skill polarization. If you adapt, you succeed. If you stick to automatable workflows, the economic gap widens. Part 4. A Youth Toolkit, Adaptation, and the New Pedagogy. The choice for the rising generation is simple: adapt or be marginalized. The focus shifts from coding to collaborating. The critical imperative: AI literacy. AI literacy is rapidly becoming one of the most critical skills you need over the next 5 years. It's not just using the tech, it's deep knowledge, understanding how models are trained, the role of data, and the ethical implications. UNESCO emphasizes a human-centered education approach, ensuring equity and access to this revolution. AI literacy provides the essential framework for using AI to learn and plan, while remaining absolutely vigilant about data security and ethical guardrails. Mastering the art of prompt engineering. The most tangible skill is prompt engineering, crafting precise inputs for effective outputs. This is the new language of work. To master it, remember 3 steps. Prime the prompt. Give the AI context. Tell it who it is. Detail the task. Clearly specify the audience and constraints. Iteration and refinement. Never accept the first draft. Use follow-up questions to turn a mediocre response into an excellent result. Ethical use requires you to include mandatory bias checking and fact verification as part of your prompting routine. The value of the unautomated skills. Here's the massive paradox, known as Moravec's paradox. AI excels at logic and data, but struggles with practical skills, common sense, and innate agency. This gap means that uniquely human skills, creativity, empathy, critical thinking, become immensely valuable. The ability to judge the efficacy and ethics of an AI output relies entirely on your high-level human cognition. Your future success is defined not by your ability to code, but by your ability to orchestrate human-AI collaborative work. Beyond the existential noise, the clash of timelines, and scientific ambiguity, social media screams that AGI, human-level intelligence, is imminent, but the experts are deeply divided. Expert surveys show a vast range of timelines for AGI's arrival, proving the scientific consensus is not unified. The debate always circles back to Moravec's paradox. Can AI truly bridge the gap from impressive reasoning to practical skills and common sense? Immediate risks over speculative extinction. Existential risk warnings. The fear of superintelligence taking over dominate headlines. But policymakers are wisely pivoting to address the urgent, observable threats. The most pressing immediate concern is not sentient robots. It is large-scale social manipulation. Leading experts have warned that the profusion of AI-generated text and deepfakes will make it almost impossible to distinguish truth from misinformation. This enables malicious actors to fracture society, manipulate elections, and risks establishing an irreversible totalitarian regime. The fight is against the misuse of AI by malicious human intent, the socio-emotional cost of automation. Finally, the public has a deep human worry. Both experts and the public worry about data misuse, but the public has a unique anxiety. 57% are highly concerned about AI leading to less connection between people. This drops significantly among experts. The public sees the forecast of 8.4 billion AI assistants, outnumbering every person on Earth, and they worry about the erosion of the social fabric. Any successful AI strategy must be human-centered, designed to preserve, not replace, genuine social interaction and empathy. Conclusion: co-intelligence and the future we choose. The age of AI demands action. The immediate dangers, bias, misinformation, inequality, are not technological failures. They are fundamentally challenges of governance and ethical data selection. The solution is co-intelligence. The safest, most powerful AI systems are those designed to augment human capability under strict, accountable human supervision. For the rising generation, your success depends on AI literacy, the mastery of prompt engineering, and a focus on your unique human competencies, the empathy and critical thinking the machine cannot touch. The future is not a predetermined singularity. It is a shared workspace. And the ethical direction of the algorithmic age will be defined by you.